Item 2025-322, which is a resolution recognizing the Greensboro Daily Photo Blog, was previously postponed to today's meeting. It has now been postponed to the June 3rd meeting. Now is the time for our ceremonial and presentation items. Item E1 is a resolution to honor the memory of the civil rights activist, the Reverend Dr. Nelson Napoleon Johnson, which will be read by Mrs. Hightower and Dr. Wells.
Resolution to honor the memory of civil rights activist, the Reverend Dr. Nelson Napoleon Johnson. Whereas on February 9th, 2025, the city of Greensboro lost an activist, community organizer, and an influential figure in North Carolina, and I must say in the nation's civil rights history, with the passing of the late Reverend Dr. Nelson Napoleon Johnson. Whereas Reverend Johnson was born in Lillington, North Carolina on April 25th, 1943, the sixth of 9 children, and came of age during a turbulent time in America where segregation and racial violence were commonplace. Graduated from McIver High School in 1961 and honorably served in the United States Air Force from 1961 to 1965, where he served as a military police officer. Whereas in 1965, the Reverend Dr. Johnson moved to Greensboro, North Carolina, attended North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, where he received a baccalaureate degree in political science. Whereas in 1969, Reverend Dr. Johnson met and married his wife, Joyce, a union that produced 2 daughters. Whereas the Reverend Dr. Johnson, an advocate for social justice and equality, was an organizer in the 1969 Dudley High School and North Carolina A&T protests, known as the A&T Uprising, in which 1 person died and the National Guard was called. Whereas in 1970, the Reverend Dr. Johnson co-founded the Greensboro Association for Poor People, an alliance that will grow to include the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP. He served as a student leader in North Carolina A&T Student Government Association, and later he joined the Communist Workers' Party to help to fight against racial inequalities and white supremacy terrorism within the city of Greensboro. Whereas in 1986, the Reverend Dr. Johnson received his call into ministry, earned his Master's of Divinity degree from the School of Theology at Virginia Union University in 1989. He served as an associate pastor of Shiloh Baptist Church from 1989 to 1991. Co-founded the beloved Community Center of Greensboro in 1991, where he developed initiatives to bring together marginalized and disenfranchised groups, helping to foster support and a sense of community, and founded the Faith Community Church in 1993, where he was senior pastor until his retirement in 2018.
Whereas in 2004, Reverend Dr. Johnson led the Greensboro Truth and Reconciliation Commission to examine the Greensboro Massacre via testimony and court documents. In 2015, the state of North Carolina dedicated a historical marker near the site of the massacre, and in 2020, after collaborating with the city of Greensboro, an apology was issued which launched an annual social justice scholarship for 5 students attending Dudley High School in the name of the 5 murdered labor victims. Whereas Reverend Dr. Johnson remained an active voice for social justice and equal rights in the community and on the national stage, serving as both Vice President and President of the Greensboro Pulpit Forum, the convener for Southern Faith, Labor, and Community Alliance, was a member of the Coordinating Committee of the National Council of Elders, served as Assistant Editor of the Carolina Peacemaker, Contributing Editor for Black Scholar Magazine, National Chair and Contributing Editor for the African World Newspaper, was a National Chairperson of Interfaith Worker Justice, past Chairperson, Gulf Coast Commission on Reconstruction Equity, served on the United States Justice Department's Public Review Board for Unite Here Labor Union, and on the Ethics Committee of the Service Employees International Labor Union, the SEIU. Whereas Reverend Dr. Johnson was recognized for his work, including the Ford Foundation Leadership for a Changing World Award, Institute for Faith and Political Award, the Encore Careers Purpose Prize Award, bestowed the NCANT Human Rights Medal, the Beautiful Are Their Feet Award for Lifelong Service from the Samuel D. Witt Proctor Conference, received the North Carolina National Association for the Advancement of Colored People's President's Award, and received the state's most prestigious award when in 2018, Governor Roy Cooper conferred upon Reverend Dr. Johnson the Order of the Longleaf Pine. Whereas throughout his lifetime, Reverend Dr. Johnson was known to the community as an activist and mentor, leaving an impact on those who knew him. And now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Greensboro that the City Council wishes to express its condolences and offer its heartfelt appreciation and gratitude for the many years of pursuit of racial justice and equality Reverend Dr. Nelson Napoleon Johnson offered, and to the lasting historical impact to Greensboro and nationwide. That a copy of this resolution shall be delivered to the family of the late Reverend Dr. Nelson Napoleon Johnson as a symbol of the gratitude of the people of Greensboro for his unwavering activism and contributions to the city of Greensboro, the state of North Carolina, and the United States of America. Adopted this the 6th day of May, 2025. Move the resolution.
Second.
And so his wife and family are here tonight. I asked them to come forward. We'll present this resolution to you. But I would also want to say that this is just the beginning of the honor and recognition, because we're going to do something that's a permanent remembrance in the legacy of Reverend Dr. Johnson. We will, but I'm going to speak first. Yes.
All right.
Madam Mayor, council members, especially Councilwoman Hightower and Councilwoman Wells, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for recognizing a great man, Reverend Nelson Johnson, my husband of almost 56 years, father to our two beautifully powerful daughters who are here with me, Akua Johnson Matherson and Ayo Samari Johnson. Our two grandchildren are tied up, so unfortunately cannot be here. Attorney Elise Jamil Matherson and Nelson Josiah Johnson. If Nelson Josiah were here, he'd certainly be speaking to you at this point. In addition, there are many family members and friends with us. I think his younger brother's here, sister-in-law, niece, our church members, our pastor who replaced him in 2018, Reverend Wesley Morris, and many Faith Community Church members, members of the Beloved Community Center, folks who have worked over the years, the blind workers, the sanitation workers, the cafeteria workers, the AAA rent strike folk, their work resulted in the city having a certificate of occupancy so that housing could be improved in this area. There's so many, many other areas. If you will come over to Beloved, we'll tell you all about it. But my husband loved this community and was committed enough and dedicated his life to making it all that it can and should be. We receive this recognition tonight with a commitment to continue building a beloved community in our city, our home. To do that, we urge all of you to follow his guidance, his strong bidding to walk toward one another so that we might learn how to walk together in love. So again, I just thank you so much.
All right, hold on, Al, for the people in the back. There you go. Just email it out. Just email it out. We good at it. Just email it.
John wants to say something? What are you saying? Oh.
I just want to say that Nelson Johnson has left an indelible mark on the city of Greensboro. He has been a moral conscience of the city for decades. I think we spent about 18 months together on the city community working group. We met every Monday morning for a couple of hours. Louis, you were part of that group as well. I'd like to think that we accomplished some good things and that we developed relationships, which I think were very important, especially for the things that Greensboro had been through and things that we were going to go through after that city community working group. And Nelson was a big driver in that. We used his church, and it was a good 18 months, and I'm grateful for the time that we spent together.
Dr. Wells, did you have anything to add?
Well, I'm so proud of the fact that we were able to honor the Reverend Dr. Johnson. We worked, and this council worked, and I made the motion for us to adopt the apology, and that was a long time coming, but he always had that in his heart, and I just felt like that helped to take some of the, I guess it was the thing that just lingered with him about what happened. He, everything looked like it was his fault, and when we worked on the apology, we were acknowledging that it wasn't all his fault, that the city did take some responsibility for the things that happened in the massacre. So I'm just proud of this council that voted that we could apologize, because I had tried it years before and got no place. But this council did use their heart and their head to adopt the apology.
Dr. Wells, I think one of the most important things that came out of that apology was the Morningside Awards that were for a graduating Dudley student. They didn't have to be college bound, they just needed to graduate, and it was in the amount of $1,979 and to represent 1979. And it has been moving forward. I think we're on the 4th year. And the Dudley students, they're allowed to express themselves whatever their most comfortable form is, whether it's artwork or photography, an essay, music, and I think that is something that will keep this discussion going on for a long time. So we are very pleased that came out of the apology and that we have this relationship with Dudley.
And I would just like to say, too, how important, I was going to bring up scholarships as well. And hopefully those scholarships will go forever because what they represent really is much more than just 1979 in amount. It really represents history in our city. And our young people need to always stay connected to that history that happened here that has made the city so much better. And so I was honored to be part of that apology that we did because it was the right thing to do for the right reason. And I'm thankful that Reverend Johnson was able to share in that with us as well. And so I just didn't know really the man he was, that he did so much. I mean, he was just an humble person, but he always believed in walking toward each other. He always said that. And so he was our conscience, and he will definitely be missed. But I know that you all will carry his name on forever, and we will as well. So thank you for allowing him to be part of our lives.